And here we go, welcome everyone, we are here for round number 9 of Ultimate League Season 12. And today we're going to be racing in South Korea. It's the same South Korean track that was used in Formula 1 back during the Vettel domination era. And today we have a very special day. Solo is currently leading the standings by 37 points from his teammate Hanandi. And so with just one round to go after this race, Hanandi cannot cannot gain more than 6 points to Sobol in order for Sobol to get the title today. But right now, looking at first qualifying lap, it is Scavo with a very unexpected provisional pole position right now, with Hanandi in second. In his Istolethesewords in third place, and Cubo in P4, then you got ChargedJT and Pamushas and Zeruni. That's quite a good qualifying there for RMC. Today is their team owner, Scip, is racing for his first ever team in FGR. Just like back in Season 4, but right now, Hanandi takes that full pole position with lap of 24.07. Those are some really strong laps out there. You see Istolethesewords still in third place. Where is Salvo? So is only P12. He's losing massive points today. He could be losing quite a lot of points, and the title fight might certainly be delayed for one more day. Or one more week, actually, but here we go. Salvo's gonna take it in the end! ChargedJT up to second place, tied with Nandi. Then he's Cadel there in P4 and Stoll. Gonna start from P5. So there you go, Sobol managed to take it right in the end. He's gonna take pole position at the lap of 24.03, then ChargedJT on this LSA sandwich with Ned in third, and Iscado in P4, just ahead of Istolethesewords and Cubo. Then Scruff ahead of Scip, starting from P8. It's really amazing on this comeback. Racing today with a special livery that also resembles the retro FGR livery. Then we got Anti and Grandi. The NTH is closing that top 10. Then we got Pamushas starting ahead of Shironi. We start with Rosim with 24.40. Then we got Noms starting only for P14. Once again, a very locally fine, just like last week in Singapore. Then we got Kimon Gu start from P15 ahead of Urist. And it's Guetzli and Andries starting from last place. So we're going to have 60 laps today. It might certainly be a very long and slow race, although the way the calculations were made meant that this track would still have less distance, but still might be a very long race. When it comes to the number of laps that each tire can last, the game is completely wrong. The drivers will have to pit earlier, and the starts might certainly dominate today's race. This would be interesting. Also, LSA could seal the title as well. They are leading, I think, by 51 points, and I think the maximum, if I'm not wrong, is 55 or 56 points. So it looks very likely that they're gonna seal it today. It really depends what Full Force can do, but looks like Hanandi is gonna start on second place. It's the front row lock up, so here we go. And we are racing here in South Korea. We got Sobol with Nandi there. Nandi gets a really good start, and he takes the lead off the race with Sobol on the hard tire. So that's a nice switch there from the teammates. As then we got ChargedJT still in third with Quest, but Cubo goes too deep there. As you got Cado up to third place, and you got Istolethesewords. He's gonna have some rain already at the beginning. This is light rain. This might be a hell of a camel, but I think the drivers will stay out for this lap. At least, and certainly they should. But Cado and Cubo already pitting. ChargedJT as well. It might be too early. It's a very short lap, so they could wait, but no, they're gonna already go into the pits. And sometimes they might not be aware of the rain meter. It's really hard to check it when very close to the pit lane when it starts. But right now it's Nani leading the way on the soft tires, already getting away, and right now it's gonna be, oh my god, somebody's gonna try leaving it, not going to the pits. Nani goes into the pits, but he's gonna have to pit for the giant tires, and this is gonna be a huge shake-up already at the beginning. As you can see, a lot of chefs that pitted for Inters already, but they're gonna have to pit again. And then he's down to P11, but he pitted for the tires already. But he's cost a lot of positions. Sobol is not leading now, he's Scruff leading the way, skipping second place, all sliding through this very twisty track. Because they have dry tires right now, but now the rain is going to continue. What the hell is this rain? Oh my god, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. They have to come into the Inters once again. And sadly, Cado is going to benefit a lot from this. Oh my god, what a huge turn of events. And I think Cado will be leading at the end of this lap, or after this lap, because Pamushas and Sobol and Noms will have to go into the pits. As you can see right now, so here they go. Pamushas pits, Sobol will follow him, of course. The Noms should do the same. And now you can see the rain is ending! The rain is ending again! Oh my god, I have not seen anything like this ever! As you can see, the rain is gonna end. I think Guetzli and Cubo have pitted for hard tires again. What the hell is this? Oh my god, this is gonna be such a classic because the grid is all gonna be completely shaken up right now. Nandi is down to P16, but he has pitted for hard tires again. As you can see, and now the sun is gonna get announced, and I believe the weather should be stabilized right now. But Jesus Christ, we got like four weather changes in like 5 laps. Yeah, there it was 5 laps, and now Spamush is leading the way. Kado in second, ChargedJT in third place. Spamush has not got a podium in the last season, and he hasn't got one this season yet, so he certainly might want to be on the podium today. As we got right now Kado right here battling him for that lead of the race. We got ChargedJT in third place. I think I would say currently the top 2 right now could be up for a very special result for them, but they need to concentrate and not battle too much because the others will be coming for them. You got right here Cubo in P5, then you got Solo in P6, and where is Nandi? Nandi with the huge turn of bad luck there. You can see Jeroni and Urist, with the big like rocket there. Oh my god, that's very chaotic. As you got also here Razim, Scip, Urist, and then Jeroni and Grandi all battling each other, with then Jeroni out there with Nandi. Nandi's down to P14. That's a real huge loss. Right now we got Pamushas leading the way with Kado, then ChargedJT. Everyone's just punched up right there in the top 5, and I think soon this group on top 6 might be able to catch up as well. But yeah, we got here Pamushas leading the way. Maybe running away with this. He might be able to get away. And this is really amazing because the others might be battling a lot. We got Kado with huge ping in second place. It might certainly slow down a lot of drivers here. And so that could be very convenient for the Swedish driver. But either way, we got Kado in second place in his Craft Club, and ChargedJT from second to P5. They're all in the same slipstream train. As in Sobo has got rid of the other drivers right behind. We got here Anti in P7 with Istolethesewords following him. Where is Nandi? Nandi is still down in P14. Once again, not having a good race. He has not won a race this season, which is quite surprising considering this season's grid. And yeah, it's been very shocking for him. He has just not been able to deliver the results, but still is in second place after missing one race and being P13 in one of in the first round in Malaysia. But yeah, but right now, because of all of that, Sobo has a 37 points lead and he's very close to seal that title today. He's currently sitting in P6. And remember, Nani needs to gain more than 6 points on Sobo in order to delay Sobo's title for the last round, and still yet it would be really hard for him to win. So I think Sobo might certainly be on to become Season 12's championship. He's the driver with the most appearances in Ultimate League racing both Sobo and Yarno Truly in Season 1 and Season 10. And so he's pretty much the only driver to race in every single season. He's pretty much the real OG here. And so seeing him winning the title will certainly be very special, just like when Gamer got his title as well. Because he was another driver who was racing since Season 1, but right now we got some battling here for second place. Kado is still leading this group. Pamush continues to extend his gap. He's now up to 3 seconds already, and he's soon about to lap the driver in last place, Gamon Goose, who is like 9 seconds behind P17 Grandi. Grandi, who did an amazing race today. Yesterday in a different game in Turbo Siders Unlimited, he already got second place, but today is quite contrast right now. But either way, you got here Cubo now in third place. Kado is getting some distance right now. We got Sobo up to P4. That's really nice for him. He might be able to finish or seal the title with the banker. But right now, the rain is going to come. Remember that on the first 5 laps, you got like 4 weather changes, and right now the rain is coming back again, and it's light rain. So big question is if the rain will stay once again, or it's going to be acting all crazy, just like at the start of the race. Let's see right now. We got Pamushas leading the way. Is he going to the pits or not? He's just going very close doing the final corner now. He decides to pit. And I believe he's going to go for the inters. I think the rain is staying. Yeah, he's certainly going to stay right now, but it's very, very light rain. Oh, as you can see, Solo got planked by Kado. Yeah, Sobo got blocked by Kado, and for some reason the ghost pits are not on. But that's not on me, it's on Hanani, who made this track version. But yeah, either way, we got here Karf and Kubo going side by side. This is for third place. As you can see, and Kubo makes a really nice move. Kubo will follow along. And I think Kraft might certainly be happy to stay on the slipstream. Is it up to P5? This might be kind of a repeat of Alton, where he also was battling for the podium position. And yeah, right now he's doing pretty well. So this could be an amazing result for Lynx Racing. They got then Razim and anti-amazing, and Istolethesewords, and blue side rain is ending, but certainly beating was worth it, because staying out, if you stayed out right now, you'll be staying out for too many laps, so that's not really ideal, but everyone has pitted for either Inters or Reds, so no big change has been made, although I would say the Inters were certainly better, but right now some drivers are already pitting, and this could be interesting. Hopefully the rain will not come back for them, because yeah, they are already on the hard tires, and they have to make another extra pit stop if that would happen. But either way, you got Pamushes right now going to the pits, and you got this battle for second place. It's Cubo right here with Kraft, Razim, and Anti-Amazing. Anti who's managed to catch up to the group right now. So that's really nice from the Finn, finding some pace on this track is right now. Oh my god, Game on Goose had to go backwards there. Yeah, he said he has to go backwards. He's already in last place, so doesn't really make that much of a difference. But either way, you got this battle is Kraft vs Scalo. Scalo makes a switch back, and now he's up to second place there. Really nice move there from the Frenchman, up to second place. And the gap from Pamushes. Pamushes is really doing an amazing race today. He's up there like 5 seconds already of a lead, because everyone in second place continues to battle. It's everything free for all right now. He got Hirikado, pushes Kobe to the grass, and now he goes to the grass as well by himself on turn 2. He goes completely deep on there. As he got then Razim now. Razim up there, oh my god, Razim coming out of nowhere. Up there in third place right now. Battling Kado for second and Anti up to P4. As then he got Sobo and Kubo right here battling for P5 with Kraft right behind. And then he got Istolethesewords also getting very close, which also brings ChargedJT right there. As you can see right now, the top 9, the top half of the grid right now, all on the hard tires, with then Urist and Grandy and Game on Goose being the exceptions today on the full grid, racing either on softs or mediums, everyone else on the hard, so that tells a lot about this track. So many corners close to each other, so there's no big straights, and so the softs are not really worth it today. So there we got here Kado leading this huge pack right now. It's a Kado train right now from P2 I think down to P9, so that's 8 drivers, almost half the grid is on this group battling for second place, so this is absolutely crazy. As if the weather changes were not enough, we're right now having a massive battle here for the podium positions. And in the meantime, you got Pamushes, a very unexpected driver to win a race this season. He's right now leading by like almost 7 seconds right now. As he got Razim in second place. He could certainly be up for his first ever podium. As he got right now Kubo, who's got his first ever podium last round here in this big battle. As we got right now, it's Kubo versus Razim, but Kubo gets pushed into the wall. As you can see, just complete chaos right now. It's really impossible to expect everyone on this group to be slipstreaming each other. They're all gonna be battle regardless. But right now, Kado's gonna lose a lot of time right now. He's down to P8. And he was in second place for a lot of time, but now it's gonna be really hard to recover those positions. Especially with his ping right now. But either way, Razim is running away with second place. This could be really amazing for him, because now everyone is battling for third place. So Razim and Pamushes now in complete heaven, and Razim could be up for a surprising podium today, which could suddenly mean that he's going to get banned from CL as well. So this is going to have quite a huge impact on the second tier league of Ultimate Racing 2D2. But either way, you got here Kubo still leading this group in third place, with Anti trying to be cooperative as well with Sobo here, and now Kraft, and it looks like things are starting to stay calm right now. As you got the Istolethesewords just about to catch up to that group in front. As you can see now, Sobo makes a mistake, and now the British Travis is back. So we see here Kubo telling Anti to slipstream him, as now Sobo goes into the pits. Yeah, that might be quite an early pit stop, and it might be worth it. He's going to be undercutting a lot of drivers here. As in the meantime, his teammate, who's in second place in the standings, is now racing in P9, but he's gonna get passed by Scip because he makes a huge mistake there. Scip, who once again I've said that he's racing for FCR, the team that is debuted in Sunday League. So this is might be pretty much a race for the nostalgia. You can also see from the livery. Right now, Hernani goes into the pits. Anti has done it already. Razim as well. So I think we are certainly in the pink window. Now there you go. Sobol makes the undercut on Anti, and is now in P10. And ahead he has quite a lot of drivers who still yet to pit for the 5th time. And yeah, we got here Jurani just ahead of Sobol here. Let's see more at the front. We've got Cubo now pitting. Kraft will pit as well, and Istolethesewords is going to stay out. And everyone's just picking hard right now. It's pretty much a monopoly of hard tires on this race. We got right now Anti is going to try and pass Cubo here on the pit exit, and now into turn 2. And there goes Anti with an easy move on P7. We got here Sobol leading this group on the bottom spot of the top 5. We got here Jurani having some messy line here. He's still yet to pit, so yeah, he's trying maybe stay. Yet to stay. To still stay out in the pits to benefit from this slipstreaming, and maybe these drivers slowing down each other with this battling. So it might be a smart strategy there for the Belarus driver. But right now, Anti is running away right now with this group. As in the meantime, we got also ChargedJT yet to pit. And that might be a tactic as well to stay out while everyone else is battling. So when he can come back with better tires and easily do it because of the amount of time that the other drivers have lost. Right now he's allowing Rothing to get past him. He's got also Istolethesewords helping for the same strategy as ChargedJT. So looks like we are seeing some British drivers patterns here. As right now we got some rain going on. Oh, and Pamusha just pitted. And Istolethesewords is going to the pits right now. Oh my god, bad timing there from Pamushas. Oh, this is gonna be big. I think Razim and Istolethesewords will be able to catch up. Luckily, Pamushas has new tires, so he might deal with this rain a bit easier, and it's also a very short lap time. But I think maybe Pamushas will be able to stay in the lead. But as you can see, Razim and Istolethesewords and ChargedJT will massively benefit from this. Because everyone else had to pit for the wet tires, but now the race is ending, but still going for wet tires was the best option, because yeah, it's still gonna stay for a few laps. So yeah, looks like Pamushas has lost a little bit of a lead, but he's still 5 seconds ahead, so still a very comfortable gap. And right now, Razim and Istolethesewords are sitting in the podium. Istolethesewords could be another drivers being banned in CL. And I think at this point, the FIA might have to discuss the way they ban drivers from CL. Because currently the rule is that if you get the podium in Ultimate League, that you're gonna get banned in CL. So yeah, I think this might certainly cause some debates in the FIA chat later on. As they got then ChargedJT in P4, then Anti and Sobol, and then Cubo here in this group. Yeah, now that massive pack that we saw back at the beginning of the race between 2nd and P9, I think yeah, it's certainly over. Now the drivers are separated in more smaller groups right now. And yeah, now let's see. Pamush is obviously leading. He's having an amazing race. He managed to get away at the beginning. Since then, he's pretty much benefited a lot from that. And then he got Prozim in 2nd, and Istolethesewords in 3rd. Then he ChargedJT in P4. Then we got Anti, Cubo, and Sobol on this battle for P5. Then we got Hanandi and Kaval there going side by side with each other. We got 2nd place on the standings, just behind the first driver on the standings. There's Sobol right now racing in P7, but yeah, then you got here Kraft in P10 as now everyone going to the pits for the right tires. Remember that for some reason the ghosted pits are not working, so they need to be careful. Right now you got here Nandi and Kaval like rocking tires. You see Guetzli go backwards into the pits as well. The same thing that happened in Kemon Goose is also happening with Guetzli. But I think he might be able to keep P17, I'm not really sure. I think Goose might certainly be very close there. But either way, we got this battle for P5. It's Anti leading this group right here with Cubo and Sobol. I think this might be the biggest battle because Hanandi is also catching up and he's on the soft tire. That's interesting strategy there. It's like Hanandi is going for something different here because he knows he has some really good pace on this track. It's his own track, remember. Hanandi was the one who created this track for the game. And so yeah, we got still Hanandi leading this group for P5. And also we got some battles here for 2nd place. We got Istolethesewords in 2nd with Razim racing for Mayhem Racing in first. So right now we got a BAR 1-2, the 1-2 currently. So could this be the first BAR 1-2 finish in the history? I'm pretty sure that a certain British team owner, might be really, really happy with what he's seeing right now. Although I believe, not really sure if we have a stream today, but looks like Stoll is gonna let Rosim get past. He knows that they need to swift him because ChargedJT is certainly coming for them for that podium, which would be second podium of his career after an amazing win in Singapore. As everyone knows, he was the first ever British driver to ever win a race in Ultimate League. But now let's also have a look at this group here for P5. We got Anti right now, just about to run away, I think, from the slipstream range. As then we got Hernandi trying to get past Cubo. He goes around the outside. Cubo is gonna defend it, and I think this is all Anti running away from this group. As then you got Cado doing an amazing race today, very competitive as well. Although sadly after the big crash, he went from second to like P9 in a matter of corners. But either way, but now Hernandi leading this group for P6. He's on a soft tire, so he should be the driver to lead, but soon or later his tires will start to get worse than the tires and the drivers right behind, because they're all in the hearts. Okay, we got here Sobo slipstreaming his teammate Hernandi. And then you got here Cubo in P8, following the LSAs, and Alcado is falling down behind. Maybe some ping crash is caused him a little bit. Right now Sobo wants to switch with Hernandi. Will Hernandi allow him to do though? Yeah, there he goes. Hernandi easily Sobo gets through. So there's a little bit of team orders, but pretty much teamwork as well. These two drivers know how to work together that will achieve the best results, and that's why they are leading the Constructors Championship right now. And I believe that at this moment they will certainly secure the title as well. It's been a long time since he didn't got it. It's been like more than a year. Last time it was in Season 7. We are currently in Season 12, so it will be 5 seasons after they finally get that Constructors Championship again. We're talking about the most successful team with the most drivers and team wins in the history of Sunday League. As we see right now, Cubo is a little bit of flag there, but now we got Hernandi going to the pits. He cannot run any longer with those softs, and he's going to change to the mediums. That's a little bit interesting, so I'm pretty sure he's going for our next pit stop, as right now Journey is going to be behind him, and yeah, I think Hernandi is going to ask him to slipstream, but I'll be honest, I think Journey has often been quite cooperative with slipstreaming, at least from personal experience. Every time I would pass him and he had solar tires, he would often let me pass. And yeah, we got still at the front, nothing is changing. Kamush is still doing an amazing race today. He's in P1 as he always has been for almost the entire race. And then you got Prozin following him in second place with Istolethesewords here in third. And then you got ChargedJT, who is still not quite able to catch up to them, but I think he's getting a little bit closer, I feel like. And I think we might see a freeway battle for second place. As then you got Anti, who's managed to get away from the other drivers right now in P5. So he's certainly doing a solid race. Anti was been struggling a lot these last few races after his win in Motorsport Park in Canada. That was back in round 4, but yeah. And after that he got his first ever 2 finishes outside the top 10. But now I think he's finally back to a good performance right now. At least a solid one in P5. As in the meantime, we got here Istolethesewords battling for that single place. And I think ChargedJT might certainly be getting closer. And now the race here started going to the dying stages. Right now we're going to have a black storm. Oh, and I believe it's ending. Is it ending? And I think it is. Yeah, there we go. We are back into the race happily. Fortunately, but yeah, looks like Pumushes is going to the pit, so he's down to P4. Yes, 8 pit stops today. That's how much those weather changes has impacted this race. Currently Pumushes on 8 pit stops. Still not driving with the most pit stops. That's Game on Goose with 10 currently. As then we got Razima has left the pits. So the hard ties are on their last pit stop, and I wonder if Pumushes will still yet to have to make another pit stop. That could be interesting. That could make things shake up a little bit if Rosim and Istolethesewords could keep themselves into the pit stop range to maybe be ahead after Promotions goes for an eventual potential Chrono Pistol. But I believe Promotions might also end his race on those mediums, but those mediums are going to be pretty old. But I think he has enough gap to keep it till the end. As in the meantime, we got also ChargedJT once again trying to catch up to this group, but he's not quite being able to do so. And then right behind we got Nutting P5, who's certainly going to have to pit again. Those mediums are certainly getting up, and that pit stop might certainly coming very, very soon. So he might certainly have an interesting battle here for P5. If Nutting can be quite fast catching up the other drivers, all he has spare tires. But then you got this group here. Looks like Grady has made an amazing recovery. He was in P17 quite a while ago, but now he's up to P8, so that's really nice from the Finnish driver, who also has the fastest lap. He has done at 23.85, so that's a really strong lap. Maybe even with some safety, I would say that's an amazing lap there. And now we got here Nadi and Anti-Amazing here battling for P5. And I think, Nadi still had to pit for a second time, and I think it was Anti who catch up to the Hungarian driver. Because in the meantime, I think ChargedJT is something getting closer there with Istolethesewords now up to second place. These two drivers have swapped positions a little bit sometimes already. And so I think ChargedJT might have been closer after those two drivers swapped positions. But either way, you got here the British driver chasing his second ever podium. He's probably not going to be the second win because Promotions is looking really, really good to take it. Just like LSA, last Promotions win was also back in Season 7 in first karting. This was the only time we raced on the karting track with Formula A cars. But now we're going to have a rain right now. We are going to have a rain. And I think this might not affect that many drivers. Nani, right, he's on old tires, so this might come in handy for him. So yeah, there he goes, everyone going to the pits. Otherwise, Promotion is going for the Inters. Why would he go for the Inters? It was clearly full rain announcement. But then I stole these words in second place with Razim in third, both on the wets. Let's see who's gonna have the pace here who's gonna have the wet pace here on the final 6 laps of the race. Because soon we might have a very surprising winner and also a brand new Ultimate League champion, because I think Nutty at this point might be really hard for him to gain more than 6 points on his teammates. And so there you go, Sobo just 5 laps away from getting his first ever title. And I can safely say that LSA is just 5 laps away from first WCC title since Season 7. So here we go, things are now starting to get interesting, because I think ChargedJT is caught up to this group for second place here. So there we go, it's the freeway battle here for second place. And who's gonna be in the podium? Can Istolethesewords score his first ever podium? That will be quite a surprising result, same from Razim. So let's see right now. ChargedJT is right at the back of the British driver. Can he find a way past though? It's not really the easiest of tracks to get past. So let's see, so Charged right now. Just stay behind. Razim is being able to run away from this driver, so he might secure and solidify his first ever podium. But right now, ChargedJT is gonna fall down behind with just 3 laps to go. So let's see what's gonna happen. We got Istolethesewords catching up to Razim here, the battle for second place. ChargedJT is trying to catch them back, but it might not be possible. The time is running out. This is an amazing thing for Promotions, who's on his way to get his second ever win in Ultimate League. There's only 2 laps to go, 2 very fast laps to go. Razim is running away with second, but now ChargedJT up to third place. Istolethesewords gonna have to settle for P4 at the moment, but he's still on the Slipstream's range show. He's still not over yet. Only 2 laps to go. Let's see who's gonna take that podium. Is it gonna be a second podium for ChargedJT, or is it gonna be the first ever for Istolethesewords? Let's see what's gonna happen. Stole is right now just staying behind ChargedJT. It's really hard to make an overtake as Razim makes a massive mistake. Charge could be up to second place here. As you can see, it's a freeway battle for second place. Istolethesewords stays second place right now. It's a double overtake in turn 1. That was really amazing there from the British driver. As he goes too deep into the grass, he's going to lose to the 2 positions. No, he's going to block ChargedJT from third. It's right now, Promotions is going to be here crossing the line to take his second ever win in Ultimate League. Who's gonna take second? I think it's gonna be Razim, and I think Istolethesewords gonna take third place. And ChargedJT is gonna finish in P4, then Nandi will finish in P5. And now Sobol is your Ultimate League Season 12 World Champion. And LSA is your Season 12 Teams World Champion. And then we got here Graf, Grandi, Anti, Cubo, Cavo, Gironi, Scip, Urist, Noms, Andres, and Guetzli and Game Goose here. But oh my god, that was an amazing race. Promotions after Season 7 gets his final second win. And LSA brings back the team's title. Also back from Season 7. So it's their 5th title finally. And so we should have some interviews here. And let's see who would be available soon. But first I'm gonna have to make the rundown of the results. I would say what an amazing race today. But yeah, here we go. Promotions takes the win. His second ever win in the Ultimate League with Rosim. It's gonna take second place, first ever podium for him. And then Istolethesewords also taking his first ever podium, which now means BER gets their first ever double podium right now. And also their first ever win, as well as then got ChargedJT finishing P4 with an amazing performance there. As Nani makes a nice recovery for up to P5, but still not enough to delay the title fight for the final round. So Sobol is your Ultimate League Season 12 World Champion. The driver is racing every single season. It's the only driver to do it. And then you got Kraft with another solid performance in P7, just ahead of Nordic Turners with Randy in P8, who takes the fastest lap and finishes ahead of his teammate Anti in P9. Then Cubo finishing in the top 10 here. And then we got Cado and Gironi, the RMC drivers, finishing close to each other here. Then we got Scip on his return, finishing P13, just ahead of Urist in P14. And then Nomskar with P15 only today. Quite a disappointment from the 2 times world champion, but maybe just didn't practice for today. It was certainly a very solid track, so I think it's understandable. And then we got Andres in P16, just ahead of then Guetzli and Game Goose here today. So let's go into the interviews. I wonder if we could talk with the driver who finished 3rd place today. Istolethesewords, what do you feel about your first ever?
Hello, Nuno, mate. Yeah, that was some race, wasn't it? Yeah, that was sort of fortunate to get kind of tagged onto the back of that the kind of big P2 train that was there in the first or the second stint after the rain, and been practicing kind of 13-14 laps on hards throughout the week just to kind of get a feel for, just in case like clouds come out and stuff, and it timed it perfectly. You know, everyone else pitted because they were getting held up, and managed to cling on to Rosim there and hold off charge at the end, and that was absolutely awesome. Big congrats to Pem as well, because you know he absolutely smashed it. So great job for the team. 1-3.
Yeah, and considering that you're probably not racing next season, I would say amazing performance today to be able to call for your break in the best of ways. So congratulations for your first ever podium. Let's see if we have more people here. We'd like to see if Jake was here, because that would be an amazing person to interview today, as his team has got his first ever double podium. But maybe, I don't know, maybe ChargedJT here, you finish in P4, you were very close to the podium. How do you feel today?
At the start, I thought the race is over, really, but then the rain came out. When I was in P4, just resetting the grid, and I think that I got pretty lucky there, and that's probably why I did so good.
Yeah, that rain was really crazy. The weather just changing like 4 times in 5 laps, and it was certainly crazy. I would say he made an amazing recovery there, but yeah, in the end, it was quite an amazing battle, but it was still great to see you in P4 there. And maybe the podium next race. Either way, I wonder if Levy's here. I don't think he might be. As of course, LSA has got the Constructors title. Maybe Cubo, you finished P10 today. How do you feel about today's race?
I'm not happy right now, and I'll look over the race later because I feel like I've been screwed out.
Yeah, settling a very massive battle there, and from P2 to P9, they all very much went together there. And I remember you were up there as well. And all right, let's see if you got more people here. Maybe.
I would like to say something. So Rosim
Oh, yeah.
was meant to not race, and instead Danimator was meant to race for a short time in the lobby, and this is.
Yeah, looks like in the end,
I just wanted to point
worked.
that out.
Yeah, it certainly worked well for them. First ever podium for Rosim, and that might mean he's going to get banned in CL for next season. Same for Istolethesewords, but still he was not would not be racing either way. But yeah, also let's see, maybe Urist, would you like to say something about today's race?
Oh man, that the rain was crazy. But I think taking inters was always the best choice. Is actually exactly because of how volatile the rain is. At the end there, I had an epic battle with Noms. Uh, when the rain, he went for wets, I went for winters. When the rain got harder, he managed to overtake. But in the last like 2-3 laps, um, the rain, the track was getting drier, and he just couldn't keep up. It was impossible because the wets fall off much more than the enters do. So yeah, I managed to inch past Noms there. That was fun.
Yeah, maybe I believe the first time he may finish ahead of Noms, maybe apart from Hungary season 10 where Noms had massive issues. So I would say maybe an amazing race for you today. Especially considering the practice like he didn't make for this race. But yeah, now for the final person I'd like to interview was certainly again Mongoose. You finished P18 today, but you were racing with retro livery from season 4, and also racing with one of your first ever drivers racing from Scip today. So how do you feel about that to having Scip back for one race?
Yeah, I mean, today missing Marion and Corvid, we obviously weren't going for constructor points. This has been kind of a mid-year with our attendance, so I invited Skip back, our first ever hire with Yoha on FTR when VEO was born, and it was just nice to get together with an old pal and have a race. And he did pretty good. I got screwed on pit stops really early, but so I couldn't be there. But it's just fun to have some old times back on the grid. So yeah, it was just a fun race for FGR this week.
All right, nice to hear. So I think this concludes today's basically today's interviews. Unless I don't know, maybe Danimator would like to talk about his brother's performance today, if he's up to talk.
I am sure. I mean, very unexpected. I just came back from a trip, and he said I should race, and then suddenly he was able to. He said he did 100 laps. That's it, and he still felt that he had some pace, and he really was able to show that. In all the previous races, he most often got held up in the midfield, got crashed out or something, and that tilts you, that doesn't really get you into the race. But this time, definitely, well, the rain helped to get him from P13 to like the top 5 position, and then yeah, he was able to stay calm and work his way up through the field and really do the work to get up there in 2. Yeah, amazing stuff.
Yeah, really nice to hear. I would say with Rosim's podium, you and Rosie might be the first ever brothers pairing to finish on a podium. Not on the same race, but in the entire career. So yeah, really nice to hear, and big congratulations for Rosim as well for second place. And now I see that Skip has joined the VC. I wonder if you want to say something. Your comeback to Ultimate League.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that was quite a race. The pace was good early on. I think I was P2 for a moment when the rain decided to be the most shitposty that it could possibly give us. That was fun. And then I was trying to pit and got blocked off by one of my own drivers and had to drive backwards up the entire pit lane. So that was fun.
Well, all right.
Yeah, I saw that. I wonder what I thought you were going to DNF actually, but then you continued.
Yeah, I wanted to, but there we go. If it was my own team, I probably would have.
in one of the pits.
Yeah, I apologize about that. I
yeah,
tried to move over at the last minute, and it
It
just
was
didn't
really
work.
close. Yeah, the pits were not ghosted for some reason.
That was a massive oversight.
I think there's something in the checkpoints, because I remember seeing you come out of the pits in CL and you were ghosted. So
It was a new copy because the wall bug was fixed. And
Surprise,
that-
yeah,
surprise, Skip, we
but the
both did that
checkpoints should be
today.
there.
Well, maybe it was the setting that we didn't have turned on.
That's
Yeah,
strange.
Yeah.
I don't know. But either way,
Yellow was too light in season 4. We couldn't line up our pit. I did it too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Guetzli also had a similar issue. He had to drive backwards into his pit.
alright, so I think this concludes today's interviews. We got certainly an amazing race here with Pemushis getting his first ever wins in Season 7, Solo getting his first ever title after 12 seasons of an amazing career, and LSA after Season 7 gets their first ever title, and then also, obviously you got also Rosim and Istolethesewords with their first ever podium, so it was certainly a very eventful race with also the weather changes at the beginning of the race. And if you want to see more, next week we're going to be racing in Paradise Nights. It's the finale race with all the titles still up. It should be an amazing race still. And so yeah, see you next week.